Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Keith, and I have to tell you, last year, like many of you, I was taken in by a series on Netflix called You. Later this month, Jordan Peele is going to show us a film called Us. I went on Facebook earlier this year and I said, hey, all that's missing is we. Well, I'm here to tell you that director Manny Nasry is a bit of an eavesdropper because that's exactly what he is about to do. The movie We drops this weekend not only here in Ottawa at Imagine Theaters, aka Rainbow, but across the country. Now, I have had the opportunity of meeting many wonderful filmmakers, many wonderful Canadian filmmakers, and I can tell you from speaking to them, getting a feature film made is challenging. And what's even more challenging is securing distribution across the country. Mr. Nasry has been able to do both. So kudos to him. Now, I also had the opportunity of interviewing him, and you can catch that interview in Ottawa Life magazine. Now, as far as the film is concerned, first and foremost, I'm always a big supporter of Canadian film. I always tell people go out and watch it, whether it's great, good, or bad. I think we need to support Canadian cinema. This is a very interesting film because it deals with a lot of subjects and material in it that seems to be very relatable for the filmmaker. We're dealing with somebody who seems to be trying to find his identity. And it's interesting because he has come across the greatest teacher that he could, women. And by that, I mean he's dating different women, like not all at the same time, but this movie takes us on a journey, and that journey seems to be mixed in with the different women he dates in his life at different times, and each one seems to be teaching him something new. But not only is he learning something new about life, but he's also dealing with cultural differences and dealing with being accepted by society and things of that nature. So from that perspective, I found the film to be very relatable, regardless of what your culture is. Where I found the film somewhat challenging, though, is that sometimes there's films that you see that kind of give a nod to the fourth wall. This film seems to really shatter it, as if I wasn't sure if we were seeing a film and a story unfold as much as perhaps a lecture to the audience in terms of what the audience needed to take away from it. All that being said, the messaging in the film wasn't that subtle. From a cinematography standpoint, the film seems to be mainly set and filmed in Toronto, so there's a lot of wonderful things in the great city of Toronto that are taken and put into this film. Sound and music seem to be done pretty well. Also, I wasn't really familiar with a lot of the actors in the film, but I think that these are people that are either starting their career or people that I'm just starting to get to know as actors. Mr. Nasry holds a couple of different hats in this film because not only does he star in it and he directs it as well. And I understand that this, of course, being his first theatrical film, was a major labor of love. I think there's a lot of potential, and I'm very interested to see what he does next. I'd encourage you to go and see this film to support it, but in honesty, I found the non-subliminal messaging to be a little too much for my own taste. I give this film a C-. I wish him all the best in his career, and I'm very interested to see what he does next. And if you have the chance to see this film, I would love to know what you think. You can reach out to me at CFL_fan on Twitter, Facebook.com/WittyWhittier, and WittyWhittier.com. Thank you so much for checking this out. My name is Keith, and I'll see you at the movies.